Hello. We are seated, very far down. We're gonna roll with it. We're seated in front of my hole in my cabinet because that's what we're fixing today. You know, I started this video with the intent to be like, I'm gonna read as much as possible, which is still happening. I am so close to the end of the Well of Ascension. I did not think that I was going to like this as much as I do, because the first one was subpar, wasn't having a good time, but this one, far superior in my opinion. And that's all I want to do. That is all I want to do this afternoon. I've also just restarted my Animal Crossing farm. So the self-control it is taking me to not just play Animal Crossing is strong. And so this afternoon comes to you in 3 parts. Part 1 is finishing this. This is today's job. Part 2 is dealing with the beepy bird. His cage stinks, it needs to be cleaned. Part 3, okay, it's 4 parts. Part 3 is finishing some work, which is not ideal, but we do what we do to get through. Part 4 is Animal Crossing and finishing the Well of Ascension. I do also have other books that I'm physically reading, but that is tomorrow Michaela's problem. We will deal with that another day. Before my camera so rudely dies on me, we will fix my door. We lost our mood lighting, but and renovating. She's a functioning door. Alright, so today's to-do list is bake banana bread because I have some pretty nasty bananas that need to have something done with them. I think I've got 2 lots, one are much further gone than the others, and I think that they're just gonna have to be thrown out. 2, I am reading 2 ebooks currently, and it's too many. I'm currently reading, first and foremost, the arc for A Burning Throne. It is taking me an obscene amount of time because I just have been in a reading slump. So what better time to motivate yourself to read than to force yourself to read with good company. You're gonna help me through this. So that is primary, first and foremost, content consumption today because that is slowly / very quickly approaching release date. I'm also reading The Legacy, which is the 5th / novella collection from the Off-Campus series, which is back in my hockey smart realm. I have had to physically stop myself from reading that one. It's so easy to read. It is like shutting off my brain. It is a sense of relief that I do not generally realize that I need until I'm reading it. So that may be the palate cleanse at the end of the day. I have finished The Well of Ascension. It's unfortunate because I can't jump straight into The Hero of Ages, which is the 3rd one, because Jared is also listening to the series and that's what he's up to. So I can't listen to it until he's done listening to it. And he still has like 20 something hours to go. So we may also need to pick an audiobook to listen to so that I have something to listen to while I play Animal Crossing, because I need to also do that this afternoon. So that is item number 3. Banana bread, reading an arc, playing Animal Crossing, maybe picking an audiobook. That is today's to-do list. Welcome. Ooh, I have an update to show you. How exciting. We're gonna bring all of this with us. He is demanding to be involved. Now that Big Camera has, you're gonna tell the story for me, are you? Now that Big Camera has enough battery, now that Big... now that big camera has enough battery and we actually have some time to spend together and I'm not rushed for the afternoon, I can update you on my recent purchases. So I don't know if you were here several months ago. I went to the bookstore and I made a miraculous discovery of the witch graphic novels that I did not know existed. If you do not know, I've been tracking down the novel series for such a long time. It's a nostalgic thing, it's a me thing. I'm sure not many other people are even like aware of what I'm talking about, but I found the graphic novel series and I was like, cool, I'll buy 2. I will exert some self-control. I will adhere to my book buying budget. Was there ever a time that it was more inappropriate to adhere to the book buying budget than that? Because shortly afterwards they went indefinitely out of print and I have been frantically trying to track them down for reasonable prices since I found out that they are out of print. As you can see, let me bring you in a bit closer. I have many of them. We're about 5 off of having all of them. I've read some, they're up there somewhere. I am going to have a lot of trouble finding number 27, I think it is. So I will keep my eyes peeled. But in the meantime, I have these. We have 3, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26, 28, 29, and 30. I think there's 32. Are you gonna go eat my very expensive books? You are. Please don't do that. I really, really would prefer you didn't. You stop that. Okay, you can hang out over here. So I have most of them. The hardest one to find thus far has been number 6, and I did find it this week finally for a reduced price that did not cost me $100, thankfully. When I went to the bookstore, I think genuinely it was a worse financial decision for me not to purchase number 6 on the day that I found it at the bookstore because I ended up spending way more money than it would have cost on the day. When I went shopping, I bought 4 and 5 and I didn't buy 6. They had 1 copy. I should have bought it. I am filled with regret. Worst financial decision I think I've ever made. Moral of the story, we have many now and we're working our way through. I have purchased number 6. It's on its way to me. I can finally start actually reading through them. You, sir, are a menace. Banana bread, Ark, Animal Crossing. It is time. I'm gonna put him away because he's being awful. Let's go. I think in my haste to start the video, I didn't actually tell you anything, really. Hi, my name is Meekela. This is Meekela Reads, I live here. And realistically, the purpose of me making this video today is to find a purpose for me to make this video today. For a while now, I just have been feeling so flat and uninspired. And I think it's a product of having done a whole bunch of research at the end of last year about how to make better videos, how to make videos more like what I want to make. And I just burned myself out trying to absorb all of the knowledge and then feeling totally overwhelmed and helpless with the information that I came out with. Really all I wanted to do was to just start. So really, this video is just to teach me how to make videos again. There's just a never-ending to-do list of things that I have to do. So we're just embracing the chaos and we're just embracing starting and making something, because something at this point is better than nothing. And I had grand plans to like only make content that I want to make and only put time into doing the things that I want to do. But the bottom line is I want to make stuff and I want to be creative, and to do that I have to be okay with things not being the way I want them to be. I need to let go of the perfection. So realistically, that's why we're here today. That's why you're here today watching this video. I am here to do the things I've told you. I have these to-do lists, and to be perfectly honest with you, having these to-do lists and having you, specifically you, to hold me accountable for this has been so helpful. I have done things this week. I've made the banana bread that I honestly intended to make 3 lots of rotten bananas ago. And I finished the door that broke on New Year's Eve. I do have some plans for tomorrow afternoon, but we'll hold that over until tomorrow's to-do list, because today's to-do list is to work through the arc that I'm currently reading. My fatal flaw is that I've been reading this at nighttime before trying to go to sleep, and that's just not how reading works for me at the moment. I've made some progress. It's good. Now that I know the world for A Deadly Vow, I think that was like one of my only complaints of the first book, is that it was just confusing. I enjoy the characters and I enjoy the story and I enjoy how the author writes. It's just confusing sometimes. So I'm less confused now that I know the world and I know the characters, and it is just a matter of trying to figure out what the writing is telling me, because it's beautiful, it's lyrical, very well written. It's just for my tiny pea brain that realistically can only process hockey smut right now. So I have bitten off far more than I can chew for this time of year. But I also realized, again, in my haste to just make something, that I never told you about the Well of Ascension. So let's do that now. And I'm going to get off the lounge because it is like 30 degrees. It's incredibly hot. I finished the Well of Ascension. Liked it much more than Mistborn. Mistborn, again, confusing for the tiny pea brain right now to comprehend. But once I got, hang on, we're not straight. I need to fix you. Once I got the hang of the world and the magic system, which by the way is so cool. So cool. Metals, amazing. Once I got a hold of the world and got used to everything and got emotionally attached to the characters by the end, I was more invested. And then the second one is just a continuation of that. Definitely more like political, but not in the way that I don't like, because there was still the action, there was still the magic. That was all very cool still. One of the complaints I've seen pretty commonly on the internet, on the YouTubes, on the booktubes, is the people don't like how Brandon Sanderson writes women, which I kind of get. In the first one, our main character, there's 2 main characters. One of them is Vin, who is a young girl. She is an allomancer. She has the power to control the metals, does the things. She doesn't encounter another woman in that book who isn't trying to manipulate or scheme or isn't evil at all. The rest of them are all males. Again, I don't know too much about what people's specific complaints are with the series and the way that he writes women, but I think my complaint was in that realm of like, there was no other positive female characters that I could discern. The second book though, much more. I think there is still that sort of element. I can probably list on one hand the number of female characters. Actually, I can. In my brain there's 3, but at least one of them is good. So that's better, at least. I'm going to continue to read A Burning Throne for a little bit longer before I switch to Animal Crossing. But for Animal Crossing, we need to pick a new audiobook. I've been toying with the idea of starting Fourth Wing. I have the audiobook ready to go. It's there. I just need to borrow. Actually, let me confirm that it is actually there before I say that. Negative. It's available in 20 days, so I don't have it. Well, never mind. Fourth Wing is out because I can't listen to it. What instead do we audiobook? Let's find out. I could listen to the Atlas 6. No, I can't. That's also available in 20 days. What is going on? There is the audiobook that I have for my book club that I'm a part of. Never mind, it is available in 12 days. I can't find a book. I can't find a book to listen to. This is upsetting. Do you know what that means? I'm gonna spend a credit and try to find something to listen to. All right, what do we got? What do I want to listen to? I'm going to listen to Unmasking Autism. I'm never getting this out. Hang on, bear with me 1 second. Unmasking Autism. This is going to be my Animal Crossing audiobook. I will leave my dictation here for you for the night, and I will see you now, but also I will speak to you in the morrow. It is Wednesday, my dudes. This little routine that we have going of doing a chore and then doing a thing and then Animal Crossing is working really well for me. Except the fact that I barely read the arc yesterday and just dove head first into Animal Crossing, and I have zero regrets about that. So in light of our first then reward pathway, I will be first today cleaning the bathroom because that needs to be done. It has not been done in quite some time. Enough that I don't think that you need to see that. We will then continue reading the arc. I'm gonna put a record on, it's gonna be lovely. But first, I need to eat because I am starving. And if there is one thing that I love on this planet that I will never ever give up, is some form of eggs on carbs. Eggs on carbs is all I need with a little bit of cheese. Sometimes it's eggs on toast, sometimes it's egg McMuffins. We will find out. I say McMuffins, it's me cooking them. It's meekela muffins, McMuffins. I have been listening to Unmasking Autism. Great book. Even if just the general population reads the first chapter, I feel like a lot of our world's problems would be solved. I'm approximately 1.5 hours into 9 hours of that, so we will continue on with that tonight if my brain has the space for it. Whilst playing Animal Crossing, cannot confirm or deny anything though because it is Wednesday and my brain is mush. So, basic needs first. She needs food. She needs to not consume chocolate and banana bread only. Banana bread, amazing, loved it. Actually is probably one of the better banana breads I have ever made. If you have a banana bread recipe, drop it in the comments because I use a different one every single time in hopes that I find the perfect one day. So if you found a perfect banana bread recipe, let me know. As today is the last day of just making something and doing something, we will remain low with our expectations of ourselves. Our basic needs, food, water, because I haven't drank enough of that today either. Drink your water, it is good for you. Then bathroom, then book, then Animal Crossing. How are you going? How's your Wednesday? Are you going well? I hope you're going well. Spill the drink, don't spill the drink. Okay, I'm cool. I'm drinking out of a Princess Peach mug. That means that you're cool, right? That's the measure of coolness in the world. I'm kidding. I actually have somewhat strong associations with this mug. It was my work mug for a good 4 years, so we're just trying to break that brain pathway. I did some reading. Look at me go, I'm proud of me. I have now officially only 313 pages to go out of 424. I've not made it far, but I've made it somewhere, and that is all we can ask. The book is starting to pick up. Burning Throne, doing well. Emotionally attached to the characters once again. But that does mean that now it is my allocated Animal Crossing time for the night. I'm so excited. I cannot decide if I have enough brainwaves to listen to a non-fiction currently. If that is the case, we will listen to a book podcast instead. It is a part of the hierarchy. We have, if there is full cognitive capacity, we listen to a book. If there is reduced cognitive capacity, we listen to a podcast. If there is no cognitive capacity, we listen to music. It's the hierarchy, don't question it, it works. I'm gonna drink my hot chocolate because I'm a fully fledged adult. And we're gonna go shake some trees and sell some fruit.